Hi guys, welcome back to Kit Car Direct and MK Sportscars. Well, guess what? We're back in the workshop this week from all of that outings at Blyton Park, which was great fun. Obviously, it'd be nice to get back in the workshop and show you what's been going on as well. So what have we got going on? Well, we've got new build starting here. Got Charles's car, got another customer's car that's coming in for some work. We've got the R1 demo car, Mazda RX-5, Mazda base car, and obviously the booster, and a test drive on a Striker with a supercharged Toyota engine. So do you know what? Let's get into it, guys. Right guys, we're outside here and we have some drone activity going on around the RX-5 Turbo here. So there'll be some online footage on our video YouTube channel coming soon, and on a Striker with a supercharged Toyota engine. And do you know what? There's been a test drive feature on that, and Neil has been over the other workshop having a go. So let's head on over to the other workshop and see what Neil's been up to. Ladies and gentlemen, behold the Striker Aero 241S. What does the S stand for? Well, it should be supercharged, but I'm going to rename it to Screams Like a Banshee. Wow, wow, wow. That is a fast car. This little car is powered by a Toyota engine. It's the 20-valve 4H engine. It's favoured in many Strikers. It was used quite a lot in the early days of Raw. It's a nice little engine, coupled to a Garrett supercharger and a Type E gearbox, 4-speed, with the first 3 gears straight cut and the last 4th gear, top gear, a helicoil. This is a very fast little car, I have to say. It's got analogue dials across the front, apart from a little digital speedo. Hopefully you can see that on there. Man, that's addictive. That is addictive. That's got a boatload of power in it. 15-inch Pro Race wheels, 1.2s. Good old set of boots on it. Limited slip differential. All the right bits and pieces for a rather nice little package. Built predominantly for the track, I think. This car with a 4-speed gearbox just flies away. I mean, it just flies away. It's so quick. The supercharger and the straight cut gears sounds like Mad Max. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So this particular model of Striker has got a fiberglass body right up the middle with aluminium side panels. So it differs slightly from the Indy with the aluminium side panels, but it's it's a nice little car. Whoa. Crikey! Now I know what the Millennium Falcon feels like when they jump to hyperspeed.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that. The best part about this car is it's now for sale. If you look on our website, you'll get the full breakdown. Uprated brakes, limited slip diff, etc, etc. You too could be sitting in this seat, driving this smashing little car. Oh, it's very difficult to talk at 6,000 RPM up your trumpet with a straight cut gearbox. I can hardly think about what I'm saying. But it is just bonkers. Bonkers, bonkers. A lot of these cars that I'm getting in and driving are just so fast. And this one's got that added spice to the straight cut gearbox. You pop it down a cog, listen to the roar. Oh, you can feel that supercharger really kick in. Oh my days. That's unreal. Just keeps pulling and pulling and pulling. This is out of a 1.6. Now I know we've done some crazy things with the the turbocharger in our MX-5 Mazda, and that's only a 1.8. But I'm very impressed at the 20 valve. Very impressed at that. Now I know why they like this car and use this engine quite a bit. Well, I kind of like that. I like that a bit too much, I think.
Fast. This whole road to the point where you don't even think you're going to get across the corners.
If you like what you see and you're into your kit cars, guys, then why not subscribe to our channel? Press subscribe, click on the bell icon, press all, and it'll send you notifications each week. Right guys, standing over our chassis here. What is this? It's an Indy RR chassis, so it's a full round tube chassis that's going in here. All forward running gear, Cortina front ends going on this. We've got the steering rack, rockers, brake lines in, billet pedal box in, floor pans, all the rear ends gone on. Obviously that's happened in the last couple of weeks while we've been out and playing at the track days, and we've been on with the engine as well. Well, what's the power plant for this one? It's this little shiny thing over here. It's the awesome F20C Honda S2000 engine, which you see we've been detailing over the last sort of couple of weeks, getting ready for this power plant to go in. Well, it's pretty much prepped now, the engine bay, for this to be going in. We've done some other parts, waiting for some pulleys that were, bearings weren't quite great on, and waiting for the couple of pulleys to come in as well to do that. But she's all been detailed, gone with the classic Honda red rocker cover on this. All the gearbox has gone through, checked, cleaned, painted. Yep, it's a new engine mount system on this. So normally we would run the standard S2000 engine mounts. We've now done to, basically, we've moved away from that and doing our own fabricated ones. And what we've done, we'll move back to the chassis. I'll show you what we've been doing. So every chassis now will have the same engine mount. So this is the same engine mount position that goes in here, and the gearbox mount position, and that will be standard across all chassis. And then the engine mount, depending if it's a Honda F20C, Mazda MX-5 or the K20A, will all pick up on these same points. So we're trying to design it to be a modular chassis for each engine choice. So we're closely getting there with it all. Those three obviously are solid engines that we consistently sell. Obviously bike engines are slightly different. The chassis are on the cradle, but as a standard fixing point that we do the tunnels, the gearbox positions, the gearbox mounts, then we make the mounts for each particular engine. That's something we've developed over the last sort of month or so. It's just going to be easier for the build progress for everybody as well as a customer, and that's what we're trying to do, improve the build for each customer. So yeah, that chassis, that's cracking on. This is Joseph's build, and you'll see that evolve again. This is going to be orange We've already cut the side panels, believe it or not, but we've taken them off to get the engine in, and then we'll glue them back on afterwards, and they'll go into their final position. So this is going to be a nice orange, a bit like our demo car that we'll show in a minute. Right, we've had a customer's car rolling in the workshop that's been scheduled for a little while to come in. It was a customer's car that he purchased that's had a 893 Fireblade engine conversion. I think it had a Pinto in here previously, but he's come in and we're going to be going through the car. He's had some electrical gremlins, a prop shaft issue, dashboard he wants changing out to a new one, new interior putting in it, new gear lever parts that we're moving, new fuel cap that we've put into it that was, the other one was locked and they'd lost the key. So we're doing that. We're moving, the battery was actually next to the fuel tank here, located next to all under the fuel pipe. So we've got that's all come out and that's going to be mounted where it should be in a safer area, away from all the electrics. We've actually used them, which was quite interesting. It's nice not to do this, guys, just a piece of IT. You know, home electrical pieces really is not something that we use for automotive use, really. That's for, you know, your home. So we're tearing out some of that stuff and making it clean and tidy. And then we've got to put a new dashboard in it because it had some MDF piece of wood that was this on it. So that's come out. We've ripped the whole interior out because it had some kind of alley panel and some kind of really quite makeshift gear mechanism and a prop shaft bracketry that's down in here. I know you can't see that very well, guys, but again, extremely homemade and some very suspect welding in places, especially on the engine cradle. So we're going through that and we'll make it right. And that's what we're going to do for the customer, make it right, make it safe. Yeah, it's right having a fast car, but it's got to be safe. So there's some modifications, especially the electric side of it, which is some kind of, again, that's just a Ford standard box that's a bunch of, yeah, we'll leave that, shall we? We'll get back to that, but yeah, that's the kind of thing that we're finding. So we're just going to go through the car, make sure it's safe, and get all the bits that are ironed out and need to be done. So this is going to be a few weeks, unfortunately, in and out. But it's been painted in some very funky colour. It's like a two-tone, isn't it? It's like a flip colour, like a chameleon colour, really. It goes green, blue, grey. See, it was like very different. It's not very often you see cars painted. And it's got a nice little carbon scoop actually on the bonnet there, which is bonded on. But yeah, it's got the 50mm cage, nice, yeah, the carbon scoop will be bonded on. But I think it was white before, but it's all been painted. So yeah, you see that progress, but 893. But I'm going to say buyer beware. When you're going, if you're not familiar with it, happy to talk you through a car. If you send me details on your car that you're looking at, and we can point you in a direction, because sometimes you get these home, they all look great. And then you're running for a couple of months and find electrical gremlins. There's nothing worse than that. We don't make sure you get a good vehicle. Or if you're looking for a car, got one going up for sale, little striker. We've got two strikers for sale actually at the moment. So that's the blue one. What we're going to move on to next. Right, so we're over here at the demo car, the R1 RX5 MC, Mazda based with a 5VY engine in it. Some progress on this. We've done the header tank, battery fitted in, electrics all done. The new CXR wheels, so Mazda based. 4x100 CXRs on some nice R888 boots. We're buttoning it up as well, getting this ready for, well, IVA really, starting to do all the little details, do all the geos next, and then start road testing it like the blue car as well. And well, we'll give it a little fire, shall we? See if she goes. In neutral. There we go. So she's all running. Good oil pressure, which is good. So yeah, all tickety-boo really, starting to run. So it's, we'll start to get that done. A paddle shifter going last, but we've done a sort of black pack on all of this, sort of black and orange theme really. These are normally obviously polished aluminium, but we thought we'd black them out. I mean, it looks a bit nice. And then we've got a flat shifter system to put into this as well, this little solenoid which will fit in there for upshift. It's a little sensor there that goes in. That'll be one of the things. So yeah, we start buttoning out. All the bodywork has been dry fitted on this car, so that all nose cone bonnet goes on pretty quick. All the back end's done. So Joe's is just on really now with, well, tightening anything up really now, I suppose. So it's looking super dude. But Yamaha R1, here we go. And we can't wait for, maybe next week we'll have the final weights. We're doing a Geo on Friday, aren't we? Friday, hopefully, Geo day. and we get the final weight on this car, which we know is going to be light. So looking forward to that. That'll be on next week's video. Right, so what's next is the Indy RR, the booster car that's being built to go out to Australia with the FIA roll cage. As you can see, it's on the ground now on its CXR. It's looking rather sexy. We're doing a couple of test drives on this already. We're just starting to get the car dialed in, really, basically. So the bodywork's come off, and now we start checking things, check for leaks. We'll put all the bulkhead back in. That will take 2 minutes to get it all back in. We're just doing testing, really, getting a few road miles on it, make sure it's safe. And then we're going through the car, get it all dialed up, really, to get its final button up, really, to get it shipped out. So, yeah, that's really where we're at with that. It's gone, as you probably saw through the videos, with the build with this progressive, lost a couple of weeks because obviously we've been out of the workshop, but it's finally getting its, well, tick sheet, tick off for us that we go through a process to make sure the car's ready for road use or track use, which is where this is going. So, looking good, I think, in the Cadbury Blue with the carbon arches, FIA cage, Protect shops all round, Gen 2 booster, lightweight, carbon interior, DG2 dash on it, nice, black switches, carbon interior panel pack. Oh, the new boot covers, guys. The FIA boot covers, these are new. So if you've got the FIA cage, we've just finished those as well. That's all been fitted, nice and clean. And of course, lightweight. We like that. Weight saving's a great thing. So yeah, that's all been put on. And we've got these nice little LED lights here, because it's a race car only. We'll turn the power on. Where's the kill switch? There it is. I won't sight it up one, I think, but you turn them on. We've got nice little LED lights, just for track use, really. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, so she's getting dialed in and ready to go. Well, what a day in the workshop. It's a busy week, a warm week, which has been really nice. But yeah, don't forget to look out for the drone footage on the Striker and the RX-5 Turbo, which again, if you want to get down here and have a little test drive in, we're more than happy to accommodate you and get out while the weather is still warm and the rain isn't about, so that'd be fantastic. Don't forget about the two cars we've got to sell. We've got the Striker Classic with the Z-Tech in for 7,995, and I think it's about 11 and a bit for the supercharged Striker as well with that Toyota 1600 engine, and I hope you enjoyed the little test drive out that Neil's got on that as well. So yeah, that's it for this week, guys. Don't forget, I really would like you to press that like button down there. It's a really simple click, click on your mouse. That'd be awesome. And if you've already subscribed, hopefully you'll follow us on this build and this build over the coming months. And we've got not far away from the first start on a K20A build as well. And we've got a couple of more boosters to start as well. So they'll be following on right away, really, up until about April next year. I think we're fully booked out on builds. So if you want to see those progress in this workshop, or you want to head down here, have a cup of tea with us and see what we're up to, you're welcome to knock on our door. That's it, guys. Like, share, catch you next week.